Hi, Claire again, and this is the second tutorial in our explorations of translations. So we have a vector here and it says -12 and -10. So that means we're going to move horizontally 12 units to the left and vertically 10 units down. So we've drawn a Cartesian plane here and we've kept it in the middle of our grid paper. The XY axes have been divided into centimetre increments. So we're going to find the coordinates of the corners of this sort of L-shaped shape, because there's all types of patterns that you can observe with translations and they're kind of fun. So for point A, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, the X coordinate is 3 and the Y coordinate is also +3. B, the Y coordinate will also be 3, but the X coordinate is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the C coordinate directly above B will also have the X coordinate 9, but the Y coordinate is 5 because it's a little higher. D is on the same line, so the Y coordinate will be 5 and the X coordinate will also be 5, so it's 5, 5. E, the X coordinate is 5 and the Y coordinate is even higher, it's 7. And F, the X coordinate is 3 and the Y coordinate is 7. So now we've put the coordinates on each of the corners of my L-shaped design. And now we're going to translate them and hopefully we'll see a kind of cool pattern. So we'll just work with one, and it gets kind of easy once you've done one because you know the shape that you're actually going to translate. So we're going to move back or to the left 12 places. So we'll work with A. So 12 centimetres to the left brings us to here. And then we need to go down 10 centimetres. And it brings us all the way down to here. So this is my new image of A. So I'll just put A prime. Okay, so we've got A prime. Let's find out the value of that coordinate. So we're way down here below the x-axis, so we're in the negatives. So it's -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8. Okay, and we're way down here in the negatives too. So -1, -2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, -9. So the x coordinate is -9 and the y coordinate is -8. Okay, so that is the coordinate of A. Now we know that B is going to be across from A. Now you can use all types of patterns to work this out. If you're super sure that that's A, well, the length AB is 6, so it's still going to be 6. So there's heaps of ways you can find these out. So that's going to be B prime. And you can find the coordinate is -3, oops, I think that was actually -7 there, sorry. So this coordinate here is -3, -7. Okay, let's translate the next one. C, just to be sure, move it across to the left 12 units, and then we're going to move it down 10 units. And it looks perfect. It's just above B prime. So that's C prime, and that coordinate here, the X coordinate is -3, and the Y coordinate is -5. So we're piecing together our shape. And the next one, we can see that CD is 4 units, so we can construct 4 units across. The height of our original shape was 4 units up. Across 2 units, the top and down. So we have the same congruent shape, and we'll label all the corners. So this is D prime, E prime, and F prime. Okay, let's have a look and see what patterns we can observe. So if you look at A was 3, 3. That was the original coordinate. It ended up at -9, -7 under the translation of the translation vector, which was -12, -10. What would happen if I actually subtracted 12 and subtracted 10 using the transformation vector from my original coordinate? What would happen? So what is 3 take 12? It's -9. And what is 3 take 10? It's -7. So you can actually calculate using the transformation vector to calculate the image coordinates. So let's see if we can calculate the rest. So that's an interesting little pattern with translations. So let's look at this next value. We'll find the coordinate of D. So D was 5, 5. So if we subtract 12 and subtract 10, we should be able to get D prime. So what's 5 take 12? It should be -7. And what's 5 take 10? It's -5. And does that agree with what we can observe here? So D is definitely -7 and -5. Okay, so we've found an interesting pattern with translations. You can actually calculate the whole thing using your knowledge of addition and subtraction of positive and negative numbers, which is kind of handy, and it makes it very quick. So let's calculate the rest of these points. E here was 5, 7. So we'll write E was 5, 7. So -12 -10. We should get E prime. So that would be -7 and -3. And it's correct, -7 and -3. And let's do the last one, which is F. It was 3, 7. So F was 3, 7. And we want to find F prime, the image of that. So we're going to subtract 12 and subtract 10. So what's 3 take 12? It's -9. And 7 take 10 is -3. So as you can see, it's -9, -3. So we've calculated that correctly, and that will be F prime. So You've learned a few interesting things about translations here, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye for now.